Imagine a world where silence is not just an absence of sound, but a profound statement of life itself. Welcome to the universe of a silent voice, where silence takes on a nuanced and profound meaning. Here, silence isn't merely the absence of chatter. It's a language in its own right, a medium of communication that speaks louder than words ever could. This movie presents a unique philosophical perspective, one that challenges our conventional understanding of communication and relationships. It explores the power of nonverbal communication, of gestures, expressions, and the unsaid, painting a picture of human connection that transcends spoken dialogue. In the world of a silent voice, silence is not a void, but a canvas where the most vivid emotions and experiences are painted. In the labyrinth of guilt and redemption, a silent voice finds its philosophical core. The film delves into the complexities of the human psyche, exploring how one navigates the tumultuous seas of guilt, forgiveness, and self-acceptance. Our protagonist, Shoya, is haunted by his past actions, burdened by the guilt of bullying a deaf girl, Shoko, during their childhood. It's important to note that this guilt is self-inflicted. Shoya's remorse is not driven by societal pressure or fear of retribution, but by a profound understanding of the harm he's caused. It is this guilt that sets him on a path towards redemption, a journey that's arduous and fraught with uncertainty, but ultimately transformative. On this journey, Shoya grapples with the philosophical concept of forgiveness. Can he forgive himself for his past actions? Can Shoko forgive him? And perhaps most importantly, does he deserve forgiveness? These questions bring us to the crux of the film's exploration of morality and justice. A silent voice doesn't provide clear-cut answers, but rather invites us to ponder these dilemmas ourselves. The film also raises the question, is redemption truly possible? Is there a point at which a person can be absolved of their past wrongs? Or is redemption an unattainable ideal, a mirage in the desert of one's guilt? A silent voice suggests that redemption isn't a static state to be achieved, but rather a dynamic process of continual self-improvement and growth. The philosophy of redemption in A Silent Voice isn't about erasing past wrongs, but about acknowledging them, learning from them, and striving to become a better person. It's about realizing that everyone, regardless of their past, has the capacity for change and the potential to grow. In the end, Shoya's journey isn't just about seeking forgiveness from Shoko, but also about learning to forgive himself, about accepting his past, and about realizing that he is more than his past mistakes. Thus, A Silent Voice presents redemption not as a destination, but as a journey, a continual process of self-reflection and growth. In the symphony of life, sound and silence dance together, each giving meaning to the other. In the context of A Silent Voice, this dance becomes a profound exploration of human connection, isolation, and empathy. The movie presents an intricate interplay of sound and silence, using them not just as auditory elements, but as narrative tools, shaping the characters' experiences and influencing their interactions. Sound, in this context, is not merely a medium for communication. It is a symbol of the societal noise that the characters must navigate. The chatter, the judgments, the expectations. It's the clamor that often drowns individuality and breeds misunderstanding. On the other hand, silence is not merely the absence of sound. It is a powerful entity that can both isolate and connect. For Shoko, the protagonist who is deaf, silence is her world. It isolates her, making her an outsider in a society that communicates through sound. Yet it also becomes her bridge to the world, as she learns to communicate through sign language, expressing herself in ways words often fail to capture. The interplay between sound and silence is also evident in the relationships between characters. The silence between Shoko and Shoya, initially a divide, eventually becomes a space for understanding and empathy. It's in the silence that they truly hear each other, breaking down the barriers that sound had built. Moreover, A Silent Voice uses silence to amplify the impact of sound. The moments of silence make the sounds more noticeable, more meaningful. A whispered apology, a shouted confession, a shared laughter. These sounds resonate more powerfully amidst the silence, underscoring their significance in the narrative. Through this interplay, A silent voice highlights the importance of understanding and empathy in communication. It shows that sometimes silence speaks louder than words, and listening goes beyond what we hear. It prompts us to listen not just with our ears, but with our hearts, to the unspoken words, to the silence. In a silent voice, sound and silence become two halves of the same coin, each incomplete without the other. The philosophy of a silent voice is not just a cinematic curiosity, but a lens to view our own lives. Delving into the heart of this philosophy, we find its relevance unfolds in myriad ways, resonating with the pulse of our contemporary society. The themes presented in A Silent Voice are not confined to the realm of animation and storytelling. Instead, they mirror real-world issues, bringing them to the forefront of our consciousness. Consider the theme of bullying, a malignant force that pervades schools, workplaces, and even the digital world. A Silent Voice doesn't shy away from this harsh reality. It places it center stage, inviting us to reflect on the deep-seated trauma it can inflict and the ripple effects it creates. Then there's the focus on mental health, a subject often relegated to the shadows. In A Silent Voice, mental health is not an abstract concept, but a tangible struggle, painting a vivid picture of the internal battles we might grapple with. It's a poignant reminder that everyone is fighting their own battle, a battle that may not always be visible to the naked eye. The movie also underscores the importance of empathy, a trait that is sometimes lost in our fast-paced, technology-driven world. Empathy, as A Silent Voice suggests, is not just about understanding others' feelings. It's about acknowledging their experiences, their pains, and their joys. It's about connecting on a deeper level, breaking down barriers and fostering a sense of shared humanity. In essence, A Silent Voice holds up a mirror to society, prompting us to reflect on our actions, attitudes, and the way we treat others. It's a call to action, a plea for understanding, a testament to the transformative power of compassion. Just like the silent voice in the movie, our actions and choices echo in the world around us, shaping our lives and those of others.